Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. This information was relayed to the Utah County Sheriff's Office and scene investigators at Utah Valley University. This information was also conveyed to the FBI.
It was supposed to be just another college event. Turning Point USA on campus, students listening, politics in the air. Then, bang, a shot rings out. Charlie Kirk is hit. Pandemonium. In less than 2 days, authorities say they've got their suspect. But how did they catch him? Not by tip line trolls, not by rocket science, but by chicken soup and confessions. A family member, a Discord message, a bolt-action rifle, and engraved bullets make this case one wild ride. Today on Global Pulse News, the dramatic capture of Tyler Robinson, accused of killing Charlie Kirk, turned in by someone he trusted. And the fallout? It's bigger than you think. On September 10, 2025, conservative activist Charlie Kirk was fatally shot during a speaking event at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. He was in the middle of his American Comeback Tour, addressing students outdoors, when gunfire struck. Within hours, law enforcement launched a massive manhunt. Over 20 state, local, and federal agencies were involved. The FBI quickly released surveillance images and video, including what officials say shows the shooter jumping off a roof at the campus after carrying out the act. Now to the capture. Tyler Robinson, aged 22, was arrested in Washington County, Utah, about 250 miles from Orem. What led to his arrest was not just surveillance, but a tip from a trusted source, a family friend. According to Utah Governor Spencer Cox, Robinson allegedly confessed or strongly implied responsibility to a family member, who then contacted a family friend, who in turn alerted law enforcement. Robinson didn't attend UVU, but authorities say he arrived on campus in a gray Dodge Challenger on the day of the shooting. Surveillance video captured his arrival, and post-shooting footage showed him fleeing, including jumping off the roof. But knowing who did it is just part of the story. What about why and how the evidence stacks up against him? Let's dig in.
The physical evidence is chilling. Authorities recovered a Mauser bolt-action rifle, believed to be the weapon used in the shooting, found abandoned and wrapped in a towel in a wooded area near the university. But that's not all. Bullet casings found at the scene were engraved with provocative and taunting messages, including "Hey fascist, catch," "Bella ciao" from the Italian anti-fascist anthem, and even internet-era insults like, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO." Digital footprints added more weight. Discord messages allegedly show Robinson arranging to pick up the rifle from a drop point, later talking about leaving it in a bush, wrapping it in a towel, watching the area, changing outfits. Classic steps in trying to cover a trail. Authorities also collected forensic material, photographs of him, shoe prints, he was seen wearing Converse shoes, palm prints, video matching his movements, travel in the gray Challenger. Every piece was being gathered to fit one picture. With the how piled up, many asked, political motive or random act? Let's unpack what officials are saying and what the wider picture suggests. According to law enforcement, Robinson had become more political in recent years. Family members told investigators he expressed hostility toward Kirk, criticized his viewpoints, and was upset about Kirk's high-profile campus work. The inscriptions on bullet casings, especially references like "Bella ciao," signal more than just anger. They suggest ideological leanings. It's not confirmed yet whether Robinson self-identifies with any radical organization, but the symbolic messages are being treated by officials as possible indicators of targeted political violence. Meanwhile, the timing and the plotting, choosing an event where Kirk was speaking, traveling in, knowing when he would be there, planning rifle access, Camouflage, escape route, these are not random. It brings up concerns about how political polarization and extremism may be pushing individuals toward violence. Also worth noting, his father reportedly cooperated by identifying his son from released photos, and a family member acted by turning him in. That's rare. It suggests conflict within personal relationships and adds layers about conscience, loyalty, and the gravity of what supposedly happened. All this evidence and motive discussion lead to consequences. What are the legal stakes? What are officials saying about responsibility and punishment? Within 33 hours of the shooting, law enforcement with support from state, local, and federal agencies had identified Robinson as the suspect and arrested him. FBI Director Kash Patel confirmed that timeline. Utah Governor Spencer Cox has characterized this killing as a political assassination and emphasized that prosecutors will likely seek the death penalty. Authorities are preparing charges, including aggravated murder. Robinson is in custody, and officials say they are still confirming evidence. President Donald Trump has also weighed in, calling the act heinous and expressed support for a harsh sentence. He asserted with a high degree of certainty that Robinson is in custody. Law enforcement worked through surveillance, digital evidence, forensic labs, and interviews. Public safety agencies are urging calm. Some political leaders are warning against misinformation or inflamed rhetoric. Before we close, what does the public, the family, and the country think? Because this isn't just about one man. It's about national fissures, trust, fear. Shock and grief have rippled far beyond Utah. Charlie Kirk was a polarizing figure, admired by many in conservative youth politics, reviled by critics in progressive circles. His shooting has become a flashpoint. Public responses ranged from demands for justice, condemnation across political lines, to fears about reprisals or escalation. Many voices are calling for cooling the temperature, concerns that political violence is becoming normalized. The suspect's cooperation by family, the role of digital platforms, surveillance, and media dissemination also raise questions about privacy, radicalization, and how societies monitor and intervene before violence escalates. This case is reminiscent of earlier moments in U.S. history when single shootings became symbols of broader social tension, political division, free speech debates, campus security, and ideological echo chambers. Some experts warn this could reshape policy. More resources for threat assessment on campuses, stricter gun regulations, more oversight of radical online communities. Others worry about overreach or misattribution. The debate is wide open. So where does that leave us? Tyler Robinson is in custody. The evidence is strong. Videos, Discord trails, engraved bullets, forensic matches. The motive looks political. A family member's conscience triggered the chain that brought him down. But even as the case winds through courts, the real verdict looms larger. In a country splitting at its ideological seams, how much longer before political speech becomes a powder keg? Because we can fact-check and prosecute, but we can't ignore that something in America snapped. Charlie Kirk's death is tragic. The suspect's capture gives answers. But will it bring real change? Or just another headline? If you found this breakdown helpful, hit the like button. Share this video to get the facts out there, not just opinions. Comment below. Do you believe this was premeditated political violence? Or do we still need more evidence? And don't forget to subscribe to Global Pulse News, where we cut through the noise so you get the truth.